guys tonight.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now tonight, we're going to be talking about Power Book 4 Force Season 2, Episode 5. This is my quick thoughts, early impressions, so down below, I want you guys to give me your quick thoughts, early impressions on this episode. I mean, this was an action-packed episode, and as we talked about in my prior videos about Ghost popping up, I told you guys don't get your hopes up too high. And it seems like that posting that Joseph Sikora made last year, all that was just a little bit of promo for this episode. And man, it was crazy. And I already know people gonna be upset talking about we didn't see nothing about Ghost. But hey, as I told you guys, don't get your hopes up. You already know what time it is, and we didn't see Jack. I said in order to bring Omari Harvey back, they got to pay him that money, and apparently the money ain't right just yet. And I did see people talking about how, you know, they just canceled about 3 to 4 shows, so they should have the money. Well, we're going to see what's going to happen down the line. But as of right now, it was just promo. And excuse my voice, your boy done caught a cold, but you already know I got to still put this content out there for you guys. So bear with your boy. But man, this episode, man, it was flat out crazy. And as I told you guys in the past, I'm not a big fan of the parallel of the kid taking out the parent. You know what I'm saying? Because we keep seeing it over and over again. And of course, that's exactly what we saw in this episode. And I was hoping things would switch up. I didn't want to see the same type of parallel, but that's exactly what we end up seeing. Your boy Vic, he took out his pops, Walter Flynn. So we smoking on that Walter Flynn pack. And man, your boy Paulie. Now, I'm not a fan of that whole Paulie killing. I did see some predictions talking about Paulie may get dropped off. I told you we saw Paulie in the trailer behind Walter Flynn, so we already know he was going to be in that big shootout. But I'm thinking like, man, I wanted to see more of Paulie's character. Back in season 1, I talked about Paulie and how we should get more character development, more secrets revealed, but we really didn't get anything out of his character in season 2. I wish we would have, because I wanted to see more out of that. So I do believe that the whole Paulie death, it was kind of short. I also believe that the Brendan death was short as well. Once again, we get a character, they build him up for a little bit, and then they drop him straight off. So I'm like, man, so he gone. The shooters from Dublin, they got smoked as well. I mean, these guys are just flat out trash. They talk about them and how, you know, big and bad they are, and then we see them in one episode and they get smoked. Now, Claudia decided to go up against Vic, turn her back on him because she wants to take over. And I'm thinking like, okay, Claudia, you flat out crazy. She wasn't all red, so we already knew she was going to have a major impact on this episode. But the sad thing is Vic knows what time it is. I mean, she takes out Brendan because Brendan exposed her. Now Vic, he wants to take her down. He wants to see her suffer. In my opinion, the way that Vic is doing this, and that's if he continues to do it like we're seeing, Vic is pretty much done for. I mean, you take your dad out. Now you want to take your sister out. You want to see her suffer, but you decide that you want to work with the feds. So now you mean to tell me you want to be a snitch. We know if he's going off the parallels that Vic, you know, his days are just numbered. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to last long at all on this show. And when it's all said and done, he may lose when he's going up against his sister. But you mean to tell me he's going to be around Tommy getting intel, going back to Stacey Marks, giving her intel on how everything is going? Like, really? Like, come on. I knew Vic would have a dark path this season. I'm hoping he can still switch things up, but turn into a snitch is not going to play out the right way, because we know in the Power universe, snitches, they do not last. So if Vic is going to continue this whole game plan, I don't see him making it out. I wish he would have did something different, but hey, it is what it is, man. The Power universe, they don't play about their parallels. And we're going to see if they're going to switch it up and give us a twist. But as I told you guys, if Vic continues to do what he's doing, he's done for. His fate is pretty much sealed. We know it just based off the history of the Power universe. Now, my quick thoughts, early impressions on D-Mac. I mean, how dumb can you actually be? And I don't care how young he is. You just drop off a cop and you still out on the streets? Like, are you crazy? I mean, this guy got to be flat out stupid. On top of that, Kate Egan, what the hell is you doing? You think it's cool to allow D-Mac to go out on these streets after you heard Tommy go off and you knew it was something very serious. Like, are you stupid? I was like, okay, is she smoking that stuff again? I mean, apparently she wasn't, but we know by the end of the episode, it was just a matter of time before Kate started to get back on that stuff. And I made a joke about that in my final predictions about how long before she would, relapse. Well, we saw that in this episode because Tommy went off on her and she believed that Tommy ended up taking, D-Mac out, but he didn't do that. I knew Tommy wasn't going to take him out, and he ended up sending him away to a youth academy. And his storyline is about to get crazy, y'all. Do you honestly believe that D-Mac is going to follow the rules? I don't think so. I still think it's going to be something up with this character, and I want to know what's going to happen once he does return. Now, my quick thoughts, early impressions on your boy Jenard. Once again, he was tweaking. That man was on those needles up in this episode. He wasn't playing around. And then we know his pops end up dying. I talked to you guys about the final predictions of how most likely he's going to be a family member. Those were the rumors, and we know his pops ain't here no more. And man, how y'all think Tommy gonna feel about Jenard joining CBI once again? You can tell off the episode 6 trailer that Tommy ain't really, agreeing with Diamond bringing Jenard back in. I mean, this dude is stealing from his own peoples. I mean, he was doing entirely too much in this episode. Luckily, he didn't get smoked. Realistically speaking, the stuff that Jenard was pulling in this episode, I really believe he would have got smoked in real life. But hey, that's just me. Ain't nobody about to sit up here and allow you to continue to screw them over time and time again, rob them, you acting all crazy. Hell nah, Jenard would have been up out of here. I don't see this whole thing playing out with Tommy and Diamond going the right way because Jenard, it's Jenard, y'all. We already know it's just a matter of time before he screws up once again. And we can already tell the people that he's close to, they getting sick and tired of him as well. And they better hope and pray that this whole move that Diamond and Tommy is making, trying to bring all the crews together as one, they better hope and pray that it goes as planned, because if not, it's going to be some trouble. And we already know in episode 6, it's going to be some issues with the Serbs. And we know Miguel Garcia, he ain't playing around as well. Y'all saw what he was on in this episode. He ended up beating the brakes off of Mireya's old love interest. I mean, that dude was suffering in this episode, man. But I'm eager to see what's going to happen next. Now, you guys, y'all let me know, how did you feel about episode 5? It was action-packed. It was Walter Flynn's last outing. I told you guys I wanted to see a little bit more character development out of the Paulie character. I believe they could have done more with him. And once again, we get new characters. They come in and they get dropped off just like that. And the power parallels, they continue with the kids taking out their parents. I mean, it is what it is, man. It's power, so we already know what time it is. Now, I'll catch you guys later on in the day for the full recap. So I want you guys to stay tuned for that. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support. And I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.